Hello and welcome to March 2026 Production Audio Wrap-Up. I'm Peter Schneider. I am here with Nick Huston to my left and TK Edmondson coming to us from Atlanta. Hey, TK.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
That's great. All right, so it's April, and that means NAB. So the NAB show will be, gosh, it's April. Oh, okay, sorry. All right, so like I said, it's April, and that means the NAB show is coming to us from Vegas. This year it opens Sunday, April 19th. We'll be broadcasting live, as always, from the show floor on Sunday and Monday and taking your questions about all the latest production audio gear. You can tune in on YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn, gothamsound.tv if you like. Also, this is an in-person only event. We will not be doing coverage at the Gotham Expo this Saturday, May 2nd. It's in New York City. You can register at gothamsound.tv/expo, and that'll just let us know that you're coming, so we, can greet you and smile. There'll be a WMAS seminar with Shure. There'll be details below, and we're going to be planning some more seminars, so stay tuned.
Looking forward. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's always fun. Who knows what the food truck will be this year?
Sonosax, the R4 Plus, is reborn, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think. R4 Plus recorder is going back into production with delivery expected fall 2026. Adds a new touchscreen display visible in direct sunlight. This is actually, I think, really very important, very cool. Factory upgrades for existing R4 Plus owners will get you the new screen replacement, servicing, firmware updates, a new 3-month warranty. I think it's very cool that Sonosax is not doing like an R5 and leaving all the R4 Plus owners out in the dark, so to speak.
So if you want those upgrades, you can contact Sonosax directly, or you can email our service department, service@gothamsound.com. We'll be happy to coordinate it for you.
Yes, and those start in May, right?
Those start in May.
The upgrades. Yep. Shipping in the fall for the new product upgrades in May.
Right.
Perfect. I'm going to take it as a hopeful sign of our industry also coming back to life.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that is a good sentiment.
All right. Halter-Technical has dropped WildTrax A2. And this is going to be their free iOS companion for the app WildTrax 2026. So it allows you to remote control transport, recording. You can operate some of the WildTrax panels as well, see status info, edit your metadata. So this can run wirelessly, tandem. I think they said like 16 devices or something like that on the site. So really cool, useful tool. Add this to your iOS device and hand it off to another party on set. Keep it moving. So Halter-Technical WildTrax A2. Download this if you're using it.
So you can use 16 different iPhones in one WildTrax app?
An iPad.
Wow, that's a big audio department.
That's a big audio department.
Okay,
Wow, that's cool.
Well, directors, if you wanted to give them, I think they were using that context as well. I've handed off to a scripty for the metadata and things like that, allowing them to see. And you could lock it. So you can when you hand these out, it allows you to lock it exclusively. So they can't edit the data locally.
I see. So they can see it, or like if the scripty wanted to make notes, you could give access to that particular panel for them.
Cool. I always thought it was a little funny on a set where one person was keeping track of what the next shot was, but they couldn't directly write that on the slate or write that into the camera or sound metadata. And now they can.
Now they can. Cool. Way to go, Doc. So the audio recorder that recorded Anora, the Oscar-winning film from 2025, also known as the Zoom F8N Pro, the price is going down. In a rarity in this world, the 10-track field recorder is going from $1,199.99 to $999.99. That is a $200.00 reduction. So if you're looking for a recorder, the F8N is Pro.
Radius has new products. They have a longer mini alto windshield kit. 410 for Sennheiser MKH70, Norman KMR82, which was my jam. Thank you, Matt Price, for turning me on to that mic back in the day. Shure VP89M, 480 for Sennheiser MKH8070. You'll check it out on the website. Available as standalone kits or add-ons to your existing RAD mount. More cable options, including the ultra-thin 5-pin and MSY cables. Rad 3 ENG combos with pistol grip, Nimbus windscreens, all of that's available, including an anti-sway bar for the Rad mounts, which is interesting.
Yeah, you don't want anything to sway.
Nope.
Nope, no swaying.
Stability. DPA has released the Core Plus update for the 4097 and the 4099. So these are going to be their micro shotgun mics and instrument mics, little clip-ons, very handy dandy. So yeah, now they've got the Core Plus drivers in them, adds clarity across the entire dynamic range at any SPL. So upgrade, you know what time it is. Core Plus 4099, 4097.
And I think there's limited availability of the older Core, if that's what you
Yes,
want.
I'm sure those are discontinued as well.
To me, there's almost no reason to not get the new version, but sometimes you want it to match exactly, and so if you need that, you better act fast.
Okay, so this is hot off the presses. We literally had just wrapped up taping our monthly wrap-up, and we got an email from Sound Devices that the Astral Mini Plus is announced. It delivers a discrete profile 8+ hour battery life. Looks cool as all get out with e-ink. It's got a 169 to 1525 megahertz tuning range, which is insane. What else can I tell you about it? Nextlink, of course, e-ink, 32-bit float recording, 2 and 3 wire lav compatibility, Bluetooth remote control, internal timecode generator with Nextlink jamming, integrated rotatable bell clip. Yeah, okay, that's amazing. And then there's also another product that they announced, the Astral Power Station Cell, multi-cell, daisy chainable, fast charger for batteries for use with Astral transmitters. But yeah, let's not bury the lead. Batteries are cool, but this mini transmitter is way cooler. All right. What else can I tell you about it? It looks like it's got, it's waterproof, sweat-proof. And I wish there were more pictures in this email because, yeah, it looks like it's got 2 connectors protruding. One is going to be for the antenna, obviously, but I wonder if that other connector is like a 3-pin LEMO or something. Well, we'll definitely have more information as they release it, and of course, stay tuned for our live NAB coverage.
Sound Devices has another software update to their Astral series. This is for the ARX16 and the ARX32, also known as the Nexus and the Super Nexus. I will keep fighting that fight until I die. So SoundBase integration for both of those units, 3 auxiliary output paths. So that's up from 1 previously. And then there is a headphone solo routing for both of those devices. So if you've got, either of those ARX/Nexus devices, get your updates.
Mm-hmm. The SoundBase integration is interesting. If you haven't checked out SoundBase, you will have a chance next month or this month, I guess. When
Information
this comes out.
coming soon.
Yes.
Very soon.
All right, more updates. Lectrosonics. You can now get 10% more battery life for the new DSSMs, around 7+ hours and actual 60-minute, intervals. You also have a new interval circuitry for the DSR and the DSR4, which improves the sensitivity and self-noise performance of those receivers. So that sounds amazing. We don't need any noise in our audio chain. We're recording dialogue, so mwah. And lastly, if you're interested and you want to upgrade your current units, please contact service.repair@lectrosonics.com. Reach out and get your units taken care of. Pretty cool update.
Yeah. And the lower self-noise and improved sensitivity, like that should translate to more range, I would say.
And better audio, yeah.
And better audio, yeah.
Interesting.
I wonder if the self-noise is RF noise.
Oh, yeah.
Stay tuned. But all the DSR4s and DSSMs we have in stock right now are the upgraded versions.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Yeah. That was why they weren't shipping for a little bit.
Our friends at Nebtek have come out with the MIXR Pro, which is, I think, really fascinating. We know Nebtek as a cart company.
Yes.
And as a video assist dealer. They're, I think, one of the big dealers for a program called K-Tek, which video assist people use on set for video playback. This is an interesting audio device. It's a digital half-rack mixer, all digital controls with rotary encoders, dual USB audio interface for the main audio, for iPad, and for TalkBack audio, which that is a problem that I have needed to solve, where you have somebody listening to audio playback and you need them talking back on a separate channel, and you want it to all be USB. Now this all does it in one device. Availability TBA, but hats off to Nebtek for solving an audio comms issue.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Looks beefy.
And small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Glenn. All right, Sennheiser MD9235. They have dropped the cardioid dynamic mic capsule, and it is a relaunch, actually, of their discontinued. And it's, by popular request. So shout out to everyone who shouted from the mountains to get this back. So, and good on Sennheiser for actually listening. But yeah, this is going to be compatible with the Spectera, the EWD models, the EW300 and 500 G4s for the handheld bodies. And they're very specific about what it is not compatible with. So the XSW system, the G3s, and the EW100 G4s. So yeah, check out this reincarnation of the MD9235 from Sennheiser, available soon.
I wonder what's different between the handheld for the 100 G4s and the 3 and 500 G4s. I mean, it's not, they're both discontinued.
Right.
But just curious. All right, for our music friends, Ursa has come out with some live pouches. So these are, based around their popper pouches, but they're specifically designed to fit around various instrument straps, especially guitar straps, belt loops. Like I said, poppers for flexible orientation. And it's got a fold-over tab to secure your cable connection. So, if you're a musician and you're looking for a problem solver to keep your wireless transmitter in place, you could get a popper pouch. They're going to be special order for us, so expect extended lead times, but it's good to know about. TK, would you ever use something like that with your, because you play a lot of different instruments. Like, is there a world where you would use that with a saxophone or, when you're doing your wireless guitar?
You probably could. I would say there's certainly a use case if you're playing wireless. Like for me, it'd be wireless bass to make that a wire-free situation. For sax, I would probably, there's like a little connecting piece on the back of a sax between the bell of the horn and the body. So maybe you get something there, but the clips typically work on transmitter bodies for that kind of situation. So it depends. Some people like to mic their horn up here too, as opposed to on the bell. So
really, by the mouthpiece?
Yeah, it gives you a bit of a different timbre, and think of it like you would like a flute. You would mic it right there instead of at the end of the bell as well. And sometimes there's electronic things you can do as well to really expand on the soundscape. It's kind of cool.
Mind blown.
Yes, follow my Ghost 2 YouTube channels. No, not really. I don't talk about that stuff.
K-Tek has their Go-Kit. It's an indie boom pole with an Aero shock mount, an Aero windscreen, an XLR coiled cable, a squid mount, and a Halter-Technical scene monitor, which is kind of a cool thing, I think. Just to add a shotgun mic and a recorder like a Zoom F3 or an H1 XLR.
The idea is basically that you can make by adding a shotgun mic and a, recorder with a preamp in it, that you can have your own, portable recorder solution with very few wires.
Yeah, I guess if you're doing like, Vox Pop kind of man on the street type interviews, I could see that being useful. To be honest, and no disrespect to K-Tek, like if you had a bunch of wireless receivers that you also had to record,
right?
How would you kind of manage that? I wonder.
This seems like it's kind of a kit for either introductory filmmakers, like for shorts, or maybe for students that you're gonna boom. And you don't have, and you're trying not to break the bank, but like you want to make some decent quality, some decent quality stuff. You get a decent shotgun mic and a decent preamp, and you're off to the races. Rather than using, basically, it's an upgrade over the on-camera mic. You add a boom, and you add double system and maybe 32-bit float, and you're off to the races.
Listen, anything that involves a person making intelligent decisions about where to put the mic, I'm all for.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think it's intended for professional wireless. I think you stick a Hollyland transmitter, or what that kind of level of audio gear. It's lightweight. It's not going to add too much to that. And this still looks like the appeal is really coming from nothing being attached to your body.
Yeah, no, I get that. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right, good.
One of the favorite docs I did was with one of your old friends, Dave Ford. We did a rodeo. And we didn't have, we couldn't mic people on the rodeo. So I just did a completely wireless boom pole, plug-on transmitter at the bottom. This is 20 years ago. Back to the camera. Yeah. Right? And then the camera, kind of adjusted the level and then had a Comtech transmitter from the camera sending back to me to listen.
Right.
And, basically I just boomed the whole thing and used my ears to kind of gauge the level and the sound quality and all that stuff. And honestly, it was fun. It was freeing.
That is cool. The other thing that I like about that, now that we're really getting into it, it gives the camera operator ears.
Yeah.
Right? So you literally are sort of directing the camera operator to what's interesting.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
That's cool. All right.
Well, and I think it forces you, there's a learning experience for you, the boom operator too, because you're forcing yourself to use your ears more. For the leveling side of that. So that's it could be an educational value. PSC Discontinuation. The good trusty NP1 battery cups and the PowerStar Mini 2 power distro systems are no longer with us. So it's time to move into the future.
Cue the Sarah McLachlan music.
Thank you. I was like, there's one tear that you cannot see rolling down my face.
Exactly. Yeah, it's sad. I mean, the PowerStar Mini 2 is not that old.
Right.
So I think, so that definitely is sad, and that was a good one. But the NP1 battery cups, there's now not many places you can get that. Remote Audio has one, and Hawkwoods makes them.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I think it shows, the kind of dominance of the new style of smart battery.
Yeah, the inspired energy. Yeah, it's interesting how that really just took over.
Yeah, and Audio Root, the telemetry stuff is great. Knowing that. So I'm sure PSC has some other stuff in the works. They always do. Their triple play is still available, which people love. That
it's a good one.
It is a good one. So, but hats off to thank you for your service, NP1 battery cups and PowerStar Mini 2.
AMPS, the Association of Motion Picture Sound, has issued a statement on high-output LED lighting. AMPS is increasingly concerned that some high-output LED lighting fixtures introduce audible mechanical noise directly into the performance space. AMPS calls on manufacturers and productions to treat acoustic neutrality as a fundamental requirement of lighting design and deployment. Silent or genuinely quiet operation is essential to respecting performance and preserving the artistic intent of the work. I absolutely wholeheartedly endorse this statement, as we all do at Gotham Sound. It is unbelievable that a manufacturer of equipment designed to go into the space next to the actors would have a loud fan. And it's not just lighting, it's cameras too.
Yep.
At least the cameras that I'm thinking of have the ability to kind of dial the fan. I understand the heat generated by LED lights is a lot more intense, but that just means they have to come up with more innovative solutions, not a noisy fan.
I know it says mechanical noise, so that does imply fans, but are there some LED lights where the light itself is being overloaded and there's a buzzing, or I've not experienced this yet.
I think we've thankfully, both in LED walls and LED lighting, we've kind of gone a little bit past that. I've definitely seen some funky RF emissions coming from LED lights, but for the most part, like Godox and, Nanlite. I'm thinking of some of the more quote-unquote affordable brands. They seem to have gotten better, in my opinion, at that kind of parasitic EMI noise. Nate would like to say something.
LEDs are so much quieter than the Fresnel lights.
The HMI,
yesteryear,
yeah.
especially like those RE daylight.
Oh, the
So-
HMIs, yeah, the
So
ballasts.
here's the thing, because now we're getting into my era. At least with the HMI light, yes, there was some buzz that would come from the head, but the bulk of the noise came from the ballast. So you could ask the electric department to remote the ballasts. If they had extra feeder cable or even tent the ballasts. I've asked for that. Where you kind of cover it with sound blankets but leave a chimney for hot air to escape. So I think that's the issue with the LED lights with fans is the fans are on the heads, and the heads of the actual fixture is the thing that is oftentimes the boom the boom mic is right next to it, so it's exacerbated even more. It's definitely frustrating. In the little interview LED kits, for the table reads that, I bought, I've definitely seen in the reviews, like, LED has a fan in it, can't use for quiet interviews, which is kind of mind-blowing.
At least they advertise it.
No. These are, like, if you look on
reviews, I see.
User reviews, yeah.
Well, at least other people are reviewing things.
Yeah, and at least they're listening, yes.
Yeah.
But anyways, thank you, Amps, fighting the good fight.
Gotham Sound Theater Audio Support Program is live. All right. So we want to make sure you have all your production sound flawless. We have 3 on-site services available for visits, typically fall, winter, and the spring for your shows. And we offer comprehensive sound equipment testing, RF coordination. We'll do speaker balancing as well. We also offer training for school staff and any of the remote technical support we can provide. There's going to be an annual program starting at $49.95 per theater. So reach out to Gotham Sound if you need support for your school theater programs, spring, fall, winter. We're there for you.
And just to be clear, that's $4,995.
Yes,
per theater.
not $49.95.
That's right. And
That would be
Thank
a
you, Peter.
bargain.
And also to be clear, I mean, look, the film business is changing, and this is part of our initiative to expand, take our knowledge base and expand on it. And
Yeah.
yeah. There's definitely a need out there. I think any parent watching this, you have volunteered for your kid's school, so this is sort of an extension of that.
The pain it feels
Yeah.
to go through one of those recitals and it not sound great.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's for sure.
Yeah, and we have things going on in New York, and we're working on things in Atlanta. So
Good.
please reach
Yes.
out.
Yes.
And honestly, like, if you're watching this from anywhere and you want to buy me a plane ticket 3 times a year to come visit your school, I will go.
And it'll sound great.
And it'll sound wonderful. So yeah, wherever you are, we're happy to help, even if it's not with this initiative. Like, we are, we give good advice and can help out however we can. So give us a call, work it out. Lectrosonics digital hybrid wireless bundle deals from now through April 30th. So this is a revisit of their digital deals, but this time it's with digital hybrid. So this is their older but still amazing systems. So basically, you can get 20% off any Venue 2 system when you buy at least one complete channel. So that would be the Venue 2 frame, VRT2, and any kind of digital hybrid transmitter. You can get 20% off. So that's great. And if you got 6 of them, right, then you get 20% off all 6 channels. You can also buy an SRC receiver with a transmitter, and then the second transmitter of equal or lesser value gets a 50% discount. So that's pretty awesome. And then 20% off all Lectro LR receiver kits. So if you are, this is a good deal if you're looking to get into a new wireless set, or if you're looking to expand your existing digital hybrid stuff, because digital hybrid, it's been around for so darn long. I feel like it's 20 years at least. So there's a lot of compatibility stuff that you may want to build on. It's a good time.
Wow. I'm no mathematician, but if they're 20% off and you buy 5, doesn't that mean it's free?
That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure does. All right, back with another great sale. The iconic Shure Mic Month promo is running now until May 30th. So about 2 months from probably the time you're watching this, if you're watching it in real time, that is. Yeah, and it's going to be about 30% off of microphones, wireless, and accessories. So if you're looking to get your hands on any of the Shure stuff, it's the iconic Mic Month promo. So reach out.
Yeah, and check out our website for what's included. It's not everything, right? The Axient sale just finished up, or at time of recording is finishing up today. So there'll be certain things, but the list is long. All right, we've got some live events coming up. So on Monday, April 6th, so if you're watching it, as TK said, at time of release, that'll be this Monday. But this Monday, April 6th, at 2 p.m. Eastern, featuring Lauren Sherman from CP Communications. There'll be an update on RF frequency coordination at large events. That's on GothamSound.tv, or is that's in the store, or that's both?
That is on GothamSound.tv.
Nice.
Yes,
Okay.
with Lauren.
So this one's an in-person event. Sennheiser is going to be in the Gotham, New York City, Long Island City, Queens store Tuesday, April 7th at 2 p.m. They'll be demoing Spectera and SoundBase. So if you'd like to get a look at the Sennheiser Spectera, WMAS, and SoundBase integration, come on by the New York City store, and we'll look forward to seeing you.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please follow us on social media, GothamSound.tv. As always, send your ideas and your suggestions to info@GothamSound.com. Thank you. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, TK. Thank you, Nate. Thank you, Jared.
And remember to tune in to coverage of NAB 2026.